Okay. All right. Hello. My name is Anna Parisi, and I run a language school in Thessaloniki. We do adults. So in the last few months, our students have been asking me questions, these 3 questions, which I'll try to answer, not only, though, about Greece, but about the whole world. So the first question is, am I optimistic about the future? Well, I think that one needs to look at only 3 places in a country or in a society: a prison, a hospital, and a school, to learn almost everything about this society and its culture. A prison, because this is where the enemy is. And it's very interesting to see who a society considers its enemy to be. A hospital, because this is where the weak are. And it's also very interesting to see how a society treats its weak. Is it, oh, well, the weak and the poor, they'll find a way to die anyway. And of course, a school, because this is where the future is. I think this speaks for itself. So, what can we do? How did we get into this mess? Well, because many reasons. We've been corrupt. We've been naive, we've been short-sighted, but also we've surrendered ourselves to the big businesses. As Luke said, so we, the 90%, have become the ignorant outsiders of the system. And, well, And this system is one that actually is wrong for all ages. For the young ones, because the system says, don't run, stay still, learn. When you are an adult, the system says, you can't sit still, you have to run more, you have to be productive. In fact, at some stage in adulthood, we do get sent a message through the press that we are lazy. We got that, didn't we? And we've got to be more productive. And then when you're a pensioner, what happens is actually, because you're not productive, you have to be tear gassed. You have to be exterminated because now you're a burden. So, so it's also a system that does not teach us anything. You see, we don't get any wiser as we get older. Some people believe, though, that if women ruled the world would be a much better place. They believe this because of a fact of nature. Men have 2 heads. They usually use their lower head, which has no brain in it, to think, take decisions, and act. Women, on the other hand, have only 1 head with a brain in it, and this is the one they use to think, take decisions, and act. However, the quality of the brain is also of major importance. So, where do we go from here? How do we get out of this mess? Well, I think the solution is education, as always. And the solution, so please, the solution is actually a new educational system, which will be the foundation for a new social system, which actually will be powered by a new source of energy. And this will empower all the people on the planet like never before in history. So please bear with me as I explain the revolution. First of all, some observations. For decades, millions and millions of people have been actually screaming against the situation. The toddlers and children, they just don't want to sit down. They have to run. They are manic, and this is in their nature. So, in fact, they are stronger than us. They are louder, they are fitter, and it's really science fiction to believe that one adult can cope with one child, unless, of course, this child is asleep. Like here. That's actually me. So, what do we do? Well, yes, that's me and my mother. She's completely exhausted. So what do? Well, we can't beat them. So we let them run. Just run forever. The only thing we have to do is turn this manic power into electricity. That's it. And that's the end of all our problems. You see, it will be a crime against your children if you try to stop them, because the gains, parts of the gains, will go to the child later on. Also, it will be a crime against humanity, because most of the gains will actually go to the society. You see, it's green power. The only thing we need is just parks, open fields for children to run, you know. The same goes for school children. They don't want to go to school, of course. But as we know, learning can take place while playing. So run, yes, we'll let them play forever. And, you know, the sort of manically ride their bikes are wonderful sources of energy. And, of course, they learn, you know, they interact with nature. And, you know, they go to school for 1 or 2 hours a day, if that, to learn the basics in English, of course. You'll see why it's so important. And then, of course, we have our teenagers. Our teenagers hate it indoors, because indoors is made for adults by adults. But outdoors is where they feel very, very very comfortable. Great. So they go out and they work. And they learn English, because they need that. And they learn new skills as well. Now, there are other, here is the whole plan. As you see, the young adults, they work and they learn, you know, the same thing. They have new, you know, they learn skills. And adults, you know, adults, that's us. You see, we study, we don't work. You see, that's great. We pursue our interests, we have free time, because we're the only ones who know what free time is. The young ones don't know the concept. The elder ones really don't know what that is. But what goes throughout the new system and the revolution is art, which is our greatest achievement. And I think that it's perhaps our only achievement. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Anna. And as a man, I'm wondering which of my 2 heads I've got on at the moment, because there's like a couple of slips I've made so far in the evening.